as far as I know, we were trying to get speakers and get back to him.
All right, so he was supposed to come on today. That's what happened.
But until we have something
Sorry,
to say,
I was sitting in by Bar Mitzvah a minute, yeah? Hello.
I didn't.
Yeah, so
I didn't approach Wilhelm. I mean, not anyone can approach him, not just me. But until we had something, we left with 4 speakers, and that's what the last I heard.
oh, Rav Zusha was supposed to call those speakers, I think. Were we holding with the Yom Ion, the Bruvin? Can you give us an update? We have any speakers confirmed besides Rabbi Ashkenazi from Eretz Yisrael? Reuven, you hear us?
Oh, now I hear you. I wasn't hearing till now.
So we have Rabbi Ashkenazi from Eretz Yisrael. Who else do we have confirmed?
I just reached out. My father is reaching out to 2 fellas, but Ashkenazi in Israel is an easy one. But okay.
At least we have one.
Yep. What's going on is my father is reaching out to them, and the first question obviously is Mivim Yaholchem. So there's always. So I told him to just present to them the list that we're looking for and saying this is the chura what we're getting. So, whether they're masking or not, that's going to be. The question is now it's going to be picking them off one by one, so that once you have one, then the other one. So maybe we have to.
You should tell them we have Rabbi Ashkenazi, famous speaker.
Yeah. So some of them that's to Chabad. So we're gonna figure it out. Baruch Hashem. Okay, who else?
So we were still working on the Yenuka. I have to get back to the Tzteich that you mentioned. What's his name from the base Refuah over there? Nice Yisrael. The Yenuka. We're trying to get the Yenuka, and we're waiting for the Abzusha. Who can call it Abzusha? Mendy's not on today.
Okay.
Oh, Abzusha's on. Oh, we got Abzusha's
there you
on.
go.
Abzusha, you there? Can't hear him. You have to turn on your mic. Oh. The host. Need the host. Who's the host? Abby Frisco? Abad Frisco? Who's that?
I'm the host. What could I help with?
Yeah, I think Rabbi Zusha. Is there something wrong with his mic? Because it's not showing.
No, from my side.
Not from your side, right?
In an airport.
No, that's it.
Okay, I'm not sure why he's not answering.
Tell me he has a bad connection. No?
Right. It's Ken Zain. Oh, anyone have an interesting word? Inyan, the Santa Zach, what happened?
Zusha should be working now.
Hello. Sorry.
Oh, the Zusha. Waiting for you.
You waiting for me? In name?
You have any speakers for us?
I have something. Yeah, I have something interesting actually. Interesting is just as an example of how we always have to tune in and look every opportunity. There was actually a tiny siesta in the afternoon. I was bored. We didn't have a conference call. So I had nothing to do. Purim. So I had an issue with my credit card, the Chabad credit card, that somebody is been enjoying some Parisian kosher restaurant.
What else is new?
So Voltachot gewusst that there was a Chassidish read and I eat fine, but who knows? It might be an Arab who's just going to the kosher restaurant. On my cheshbon. Anyways, I had to call the visa office to cancel the card and to dispute those charges. The woman that answered the phone, it was obvious that she is from a Russian background. Her accent was very Russian. I was curious to know if she's Jewish or not. She's a Yiddish kid, so we have to encourage her if she's not doing it yet. We'll get involved in the mitzvahs of Purim. Anyway, so it is a Chabad card. It's a Chabad Shabanel card. So I kept on saying it. No, it's a Chabad card. And the way she said Chabad sounded like it's not Chabad and it's not Jabad. It's Chabad. She was able to pronounce it properly. Okay. Anyway, by the time we went through the bills, etc., I was quite certain that she's Jewish. To the point that she told me, I don't think with 60 euro you can buy a lot of kosher food in France. Because even here in Toronto, kosher food is more expensive. Okay, so she made the point to identify herself as a Jewish woman. At the end of the conversation, when we settled all the credit card thing, I asked her, can I ask you something personal? She's taken back. What do you mean? Can I wish you a happy Purim? So she says that not only you can wish me happy Purim, I'm going to wish you happy Purim too. Baruch Hashem. Good. Then, but somehow I didn't feel that it would be right to say, Jid, wo gehst der Herr der Megillah? Right? So I went a little bit around about and I say, do you by any chance know it? I says, where are you stationed? We are stationed in Toronto. It's not Sri Lanka, it's not India, because these polling centers are usually in India, Sri Lanka these days. There's nowhere in Toronto. So do you by any chance know Rabbi Jacobson from the JRCC, the Jewish Russian Community Center, the Chabad, the Russian Chabad in Toronto? So she says, oh, who do you mean? The Hamedina's husband? So I say, yes. Oh, my daughter went to her Hebrew school. So I tell her, by the way, for your information, the Hamedina happens to be our daughter, and Rabbi Jacobson is our son-in-law. Oh, wonderful. Okay. I don't know how she jumped to that. I don't remember the link she made. But then she tells me, in Moscow in 1992, when we were suddenly allowed to express ourselves as Jews, it was after Glasnost, after Perestroika, the Rebbe Geret, so I knew a certain Rav by the name Rav David Weissman. Rav David Weissman. I say, are you sure it's Rav David Weissman? Maybe it was Rav David. I don't know about me, but I see double over here. I see twice Reuven. Oh, okay. So I say, are you sure it was Rav David Weissman or Rav David Weiss? Says, could be it was Rav David Weiss, but his wife's name was Rivka. And I'm sitting, I say, God, you're having fun today. I tell this lady, by the way, Rivka is my sister. So she tells me, she and her two sisters, my sister had opened a Jewish school, a girls' school, Bet Yehudit was called. And we went as young girls. We went to the school. With nothing better to do. Knows my daughter in Toronto. She went to my sister in 1992 in Moscow, the Jewish school. Where are you going to listen to the Megillah tomorrow? No meher tachlis. Says, actually, I'm planning to go to the JRCC Purim feast. Okay, and I'm going to make sure to meet up with your daughter to give her regards from you. I'm just saying, with the Rebishter stellt zu unter der Hand, warten to look to the echad. How many people work in a calling center in Toronto? Toronto is the main calling center for all of Canada for the credit cards. Right? There's more than one Russian lady sitting there. Right? Punkt. At that moment and at the time, So the Rebbe says, I'm feeding you this. I'm feeding you this. I'm putting it in your hand. Just do it. Just go and do it. Don't. Anyway, story. So wo hat man auf der Welt?
Yeah, so we need to know what's happening with the speakers. You got the. Did you get the message? Or we need speakers.
I didn't get any message. I didn't see it. Put it this way.
First of all, we need speakers for Chabad. What is it? Anash.
For Anash. Yeah, I have a few calls in. I left a message. I have a message with Avram Gerlitzky. I have a message with Levi Garelik, but then I realized the Levi Garelik, I think, is making a wedding. I just realized the Levi Garelik is making a wedding, I think, this Wednesday. So he might be a little bit busy. Now, we said that we're going to ask the Rosh, and we left this for a Bruven.
No. You have such a relationship with the Rosh.
Only the Rosh, the son of Yah, not the Rosh.
Meaning to say, if I ask him, it's not such a plus.
It's not
right. He's going to get suspicious that it's Meshachistish in Yanim.
Okay.
I mean, think of someone else I can send to him. That's a different story.
Okay, who do you have over there in California? What?
But you're talking two different things. You're talking.
Yeah, now we're talking about the
Anash.
We're talking about the Anash.org.
Okay, no, so I can. I know who to ask. I'm going to ask Rabbi.
Oh yeah, you wanted me to call. What's his name? Tzvi Freeman, right?
Yeah. Do you have a list? Did we give you a list of names to call? I don't know what happened last.
I think I got it. I think he sent it, but I couldn't find it. I was looking for it actually. I couldn't find it.
Mendy's not on today, Punk. So he wrote everything down. I'm not sure where he put it. Maybe he put it on the. Okay, I don't know if you can share it. He put it on the Google.
Yeah, I have a number for Tzvi Freeman.
Yeah, Tzvi.
Right after the call, right after the meeting, I'll call him. If you want, I can call him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me call him. See if he's gonna answer. He's in California, no? Or where is he? In Florida?
Atlanta.
No.
Atlanta,
right.
310. Where is 310? Atlanta?
Whatever it is, he's in Atlanta. Or maybe not now, but that's where he's living now.
Okay, let me see if he's gonna answer the phone. And the topics, what did we want from them?
We have a whole list of topics, but again, I don't know if we
these are two separate things. There's Anash, and then there is this event.
Right.
So you have two different sets of
topics. So he's
topics.
talking about Why can we use the same ones, basically?
I'm talking. No, the number that I have is not valid anymore. Anybody has a number for him? Any chance?
Let me see if I can get I'll ask. Davidson works with him.
Okay, so maybe if you give me the number, otherwise I have to send him an email, hoping he's gonna see it.
What's his first name again?
Freeman,
right?
Freeman.
Right, Freeman.
Oh, I might have a number for Tzvi Freeman. Let me get my cook.
It's the same number.
Tell me if this is the one. I have. Hold on. Okay, the number I have for Tzvi is 905-709.
905-709.
8811.
8811.
That's one number. Wait. There's another number here. 310.
1 second. Oh, I had a 310. This one didn't
933.
work. 310 133.
No, not 310 933. 2406.
See.
Maybe I do have it. Hold on, let me see. Robert's number.
And then I have his email also.
I have an email. T Freeman at Chabad.org.
Yes, yeah.
This I have. Let me try the 905.
The 905 I think was a home number, but okay, you'll see.
Smart Connect Incorporated. Please listen to the menu options carefully. For SCI Security, a live agent, press 1.
No. Did you say 905-709-8811?
Let me go back. 905-709-8811, but I think that number is this. Yeah, okay, so then there's
some kind of
310-933-2406. You can try that.
1 second. Let's go step by step here. So let me try the 310. I thought I dialed this one. Let's see.
Hi, it's Steve Freeman. Please leave a
The number is right.
Better send me a text.
Hi, Tzvi. This is Zusha Zoberstein. If you want to give me a call, I would very much appreciate. Ask you something that I think you'd be interested in. My number is 514-927-1770. And that's all. Before you hear the message, we won't need to talk because we'll be dancing in the Beis Hamikdash. Sei gesund. Okay, now the number is right, but I left a message. He actually asked to send a text. I'll send him a text. Please call me.
Right, so we have to decide how many Chabad speakers do we need. That's basically if we get
one second. This is for when? We're crossing and everybody's confused over here.
Yeah, the Shchedish, listen.
Yeah, but this was not the Rosh Chodesh event, which is not going to happen in Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Let's just forget about that. But
we're getting the speakers,
this global event that we want to do is not, I don't think Tzvi Friedman is part of that group.
No. He wasn't part of this.
He was for the other guy. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Now, do you have the list of the topics? Anybody has it?
Mendy has.
I think the topics we made before will be very good to use it on Anash, and we can use it for both. I don't think it's a crossover. This is more global. This will be for Anash, and there will be different speakers addressing it. Each one of these topics could be used. We can have the 30 different approaches for each one of these things.
Sure.
So I can send you the topics because he sent it to me today. What's his name? Mendy.
Oh, please send it.
There you go.
We have it on our list. Someone should just put it up. I don't know how to put it up on the Zoom.
But if you put it on the Zoom, I don't know how to take it off.
So I'll put it on the Minatzchim.
Okay, fine. Thing is, I would call label Shapiro, but I'm afraid if he's going to not, again, he's also going to think it's a Mishachistisch Geschäft if I call him.
So attractive.
But then he'll refuse.
What's going to happen?
He'll refuse. We want him to accept, not to refuse, right?
Yeah, that's the yeah.
So he'll call you back. He's not. He's Rosh Hashiva. He's not gonna. Either he'll refuse or will tell you someone else that can do it. Ask him some. Maybe he has some other ideas. You know how it works. It's tough to connect.
Yeah.
So what else? Who else was supposed to make phone calls? Oh, Sandy. Can someone call him now?
Sandy was going to call. I don't know. Rabbi Leaf, and he's also going to call the Daf Yomi guy, which is very important. Stefanski. He was going to reach out to Stefanski.
Let's see if I can get a hold of him.
What's his name? Gerlitsky is going to tell me, send me somebody, please, that's going to record me. Do we have anybody?
Sure. There's Goldstein, I think it's very good. Yisrael Goldstein is very good to record.
He's willing to do this?
I think so. We can ask him.
I'm calling him
ask
now. Let's see if he's going to answer now. Geen antwoord, dus de telefoons.
Please leave your message for
John Gerlitsky.
This is Zusha Zoberstein. If you want to call me back, I would much appreciate 514-927-1770. The Bidens are saying the good of the pen, Mamish. Shkoyach. Should I try Beryl Bell?
For sure.
Is he an attraction?
For sure. For Anash, definitely.
He usually doesn't answer the phones either, but
He'll answer yours
hold
this
on.
time, no?
Oh, he's probably the best now.
You know the story of the Baal Shem Tov. We get the knack from Tish. Even
Dir.
Tish. Even Tish. Let's see this.
Sorry,
Rabbi Bell.
cannot receive this message. The mailbox is full. To send a message to
Maybe you should send him a message to empty his mailbox. Please call me. Who else should I try?
Who was else on your list?
I don't have the list.
No. Maybe we need the list. We need Mendy. Mendy has the list. Is it on your list? Did he send the list or just the Teichen Inyanim?
Right, to call Levi Garelik. Don't think it's Levi Garelik, he might even have something recorded. So it might be easier.
We want new Scheder. Old Scheder, people are not interested.
Um,
Hello, this is Lady Garelli.
I'm just now thinking regarding this
Please hang up.
Anash thing.
Not an agreement.
I think if we're just getting a name, the Roche, this, give a little pilpul over there, give a little something. I don't know if it has a unique appeal, a fresh. I think we should spice things up a little bit with a
You have
little
a very good point. By the way, I was going to say, you started
it's a little
talking
boring.
Wilhelm is saying, no, Bechlal, you have this concept. Bechlal is a problem. How do you get people involved? If you have it once a month, maybe even then, how do you get people to be excited about this concept? That is
usually it's something. If you
Great.
create a little bit of debate, or you create a little bit of a question answer kind of something more like a little bit more engaging than someone just getting up saying a shir. I don't think we'll feel good that we did a pu'ula, but I don't think it's going to have any impact.
100%. We were talking about this. Rabbi Wilhelm from Manash was saying the same thing. He has this problem. He doesn't know how to. They said, "Come on." He was supposed to.
Something. There has to be something. If we're going to produce something, it should be something with a little more pizzazz, something a little more psachidish.
Right. So we were mentioning the man on the street is not bad. You go on the street, ask questions, you see what they. Maybe you can debate it afterwards, something like that, huh?
Some kind of like a round table type of thing. You get them on 2-3 chavre once a month. That's more interesting. A round table, 2-3 people. Someone is doing like what do they call it? They call it the fire, crossfire. Right. Someone asks at least there's something catchy there to grab people. There's gonna be interesting.
I agree with that 100%.
Someone is gonna attack the others. That kind of thing. Sparks will fly.
So Adar, can we do that? Are they ready to do that? That's why we need them on to see if they're ready to do that. I asked them if they want to talk about the heavy thing.
I think if we get, I think if we rather do it, you're right. Hold on, if we do a monthly, and you have six rabbanim, and they agree to do it, they do it by once every 2 months. So you rotate this group and this group and this group and this group. And there's 3 rabbanim, and there's some kind of an interchange, and you get exciting topics, and you get them talking and back and forth. It's a bit more of a catch. I don't know. That's what I think.
So you want to do a live discussion?
You can also do it.
I see on Anash next week the Rosh is speaking about the Psasugya, this and that. Am I really drawn to sit down and start listening? Who from the young generation is tuning into?
Who is it exactly?
And I feel from the elder, I'm saying it's a little dry.
I think you're right. I think if anyone, the older generation already there, they heard the sikhs, this and that. The young, we need to chap the younger generation. It's not a joke. How do you chap them?
But I don't want the maskana for here. We shouldn't do this. It's just that if we can think a little bit and bring a little bit innovation into it, and Anash wants to work with us, we should come up with something more tzimzach.
To make it into an interactive conversation, you need perhaps a little bit more technical input. Although with Zoom today, it's relatively easy. You can all get all three of them or four of them can get onto the Zoom, be on one Zoom, and people can call in with questions.
Is there anyone in the world that has a running podcast or a running monthly, weekly Shir Mashiach that we can use their platform to?
Sure, Rabbi Reuven.
What? I don't have a podcast. I have my stuff go on a podcast, but I don't have a
but you have a platform
podcast.
The Mayan Yisrael, you have a platform. Yeah, but
my podcast is not whatever. I'm not recording directly on podcast. I'm giving shiurim on YouTube and whatever, and then it's being uploaded to my website, which puts it up on a podcast. There are people that are already running an exciting podcast. That's what we have to reach to.
Okay. I think we should start here and add it up. The problem is once you start with that, then you have to find someone that's willing to do it. Add it up. We can work on that, but I think that can be the long run. The short run, we have to get something going here. But that I would say might do sense.
There's always a question. The question is, do you want to put up stuff and then become irrelevant, or do you want to put up stuff and keep you relevant? That's the question. You can do things chaplap and then stay irrelevant, because then people say, okay, yeah, they put up Minatzchim, whatever. It's a little old-timeish, boring, and less of this. And the Mitzad Sheni, you don't want to chas v'shalom just give ideas that are just going to push things off for indefinitely. So if we have a more exciting way of going about this, I would highly recommend that we do that.
Okay, let's
since we're dealing over here not with the greater world, we're dealing with Anash. It should be much easier to find.
The problem is it's harder to get them involved because already Mashiach Geula. How are you going to get someone? This is exactly our question.
That's why you're not giving a. Let's not come to these people to talk about any topic. Let's think an exciting something to present. And you call three people and you say, well, we're not talking about ever. We say, we want to do a discussion on this topic. And we want to have it like from three.
For what's happening in the world. I'd say that between me and you on the four walls, people are more excited than what's happening, the politics. If you can connect that to Mashiach between me and you and the four walls in the book. No? It's more exciting. People like to talk about politics.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't we talk about connecting it to Geula? I'm just saying, Marshall.
Yeah, listen, we can take the topic of F and the Eugen and charge the people to be able to find in which sense can you see what are your three most aspects that you're looking at the world today with all the chaos and with all the madness and with all the darkness. Can you point to me to three developments that are in the world that you can say, this is Mamish Mashiach? And if you have a discussion on it, you get a debate on it. Is there something going on?
Right.
There's different
going on now.
there.
Okay, now we're talking. I think that makes more sense. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't have anything else, but I think
listen, the Rebbe gesagt F and the Eugen, so no one can argue on that. The Rebbe said F and the Eugen. So, however you want to interpret it, if someone says F and the Eugen means that you're seeing the Rebbe with the crown standing in front of you. When someone says F and the Eugen, you're seeing certain developments from the world that are
So
are
I
showing
think that
and indicating Geula.
Right.
So let's get the discussion going.
I would say it can be in any field. Talking about in health.
This is the stuff that Mandy Rubenfeld has put out so much stuff. So these are stuff that we can get some interesting discussion going. And have a presentation on it, and having more than, and if we do, let's say we do three of those, open your eyes and have three of them with 3 months in a row. and you have different people talking on that same thing, I think people will, seeing Mashiach in today's madness or in the world that we're living in today, and have a discussion on it and bring in different
I think that
interesting, bring
makes
in a
more sense.
scientist, a Chassidish guy, bring in Branov. I don't know about Branover is a shaykh
Right.
to this. Bring in different people that can present new ideas
That's
to people.
what we were
Not you listening,
talking the whole time, the past. Right. I'd say professional. Good. 100%. Every time bring a new guest. This is what it is, doctor. Bring on a guest. Let him show how the doctors, whatever he's doing, his professional. Let him see Mashiach in his field. Adar.
Yes.
And let him
yes.
share that to the world.
More than that, if we give him a week beforehand to think about it,
right. Let him put together exactly. And like this, I think that makes sense. Get a doctor, get a lawyer, get a this guy, get a that guy, a guy in finance, a guy in this. I think that's more exciting.
Much more exciting. You'll engage young people. You'll engage.
What does everyone
interesting.
Think? 100%. I think this is the way to go because everything else.
Okay,
exactly.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's going
a
anywhere.
Scientist.
100%. I think this is. Does everyone agree? Yeah, Rabbi Ginsburg. What do you think?
You have to give people the tools to be able to visualize what the Geula looks like. In my opinion, opening the eyes means we have to see, like the Rebbe saw when he was a little kid. He was visualizing what the Geula is going to look like. We're 100 years after that, but we still have to. Also, we have to open our eyes and visualize. So all of these kinds of people, a professor, an engineer, an inventor, each one in his field, a medicine man, everybody, to bring what they want, what they see Mashiach. So it's going to open by each individual will have another way that they themselves can open their eyes and go, Taka, I see Mashiach. Taka, I see Mashiach. And this is a poil mamish way for people to open their eyes. And this is what the Rebbe told us 100 times on a guzma, to open your eyes and see this right here.
So I think also when we get these guests, let them show a complete picture. Let them show how it was in the past, how it's now, what they think is going to be the future. Verstehst? People should see how it was in the before, like this. The contrast, it makes the picture clearer. Don't you think so?
There's so many different areas in science, whether it's medical science, whether it's the technology. There's all kinds of different things. Well, things are happening now. Reuven and I were speaking a couple of days ago. There's so many things 100 years ago, 150 years ago, you could never give anybody in their weirdest, wildest imagination what the world looks like today. What's the world going to look like tomorrow? And it's happening at such a fast pace. We have to see how this is the unfolding of the Geula.
Reb Zusha, what do you think, Reb Zusha?
I'm going to call a doctor here. Ask him if he
wants to
give a presentation. What?
Oh, very good. This sounds getting exciting. It's relative. It's something is happening now. I think this is the way to go. We have to learn the Havdil from the Goyim. What do? They have talk shows. They bring up the professional, a guy that was in the news. Things are happening now. People are excited about it, talking about it. I think this is the way to go. Excellent. Okay, so let's go. So let's get a doctor.
There is this guy in Eretz Yisrael. He has his WhatsApp group. Avishai Ifergan.
Afrigan.
Very good. He's very good.
He has every day.
He's good for the military. Yeah.
I wonder where he has time to give a shir. He's so dissecting every military step, etc. But he has some very interesting points.
Very, very interesting.
I don't know if he speaks any other language, but he would definitely be interesting.
Yeah, we'll find out if he talks English. So what should we call it? Let's give a good catchy name to it.
Mm-hmm.
And who should be? We can have also a host. We can change hosts. We can have someone, you can get a host that's, if it's a doctor, get another doctor, Lubavitcher, asking him questions. Makes it not that. Maybe it should be like okay. The truth is, you have Zoom.
Maybe I have a title. The eyes are open, seeing the Geula in contemporary terms. The eyes are open, seeing the Geula unfolding in front of us today.
I don't know if I would make it back to, with the whole questions and answers and this and that, because I'm trying to be practical that what we might be able to do. But if we ask 3-4 of these guys just to do a recording of from their perspective, the medical guy should give a 10-minute how you see in medicine today, geula in medicine, geula in politics, geula in finances, geula in AI,
Right.
geula in the Teslas.
I mean, it's believable. It's partially gone and everything.
You want to get a lot of people excited, geula in fundraising.
Right. I would see everything exactly. So I think this is a great idea. I think this is the way to go. So let's start. You say you have a doctor. So how is that going to work? You said we'll show that video, and then you have 2 people discussing it.
No, I would just put up 3-4 people, just instead of, as we said, shiurim, don't give a shit, but make 3-4 people geula in medicine, geula in this, geula in this. Finish.
It means every time have like I hear what you're saying. Have a 10-minute thing from each, and then show it.
And you can have somebody who is introducing one to the other.
Right.
But this is perfect. I'm talking from a practical perspective. It's easier
If
than
this
you
is
have to run a whole symposium.
I don't think we have to limit it to if the speaker is an exciting person, he's telling over things that are so exciting. 10 minutes is sometimes a short time, sometimes it's a long time.
Yeah, I know.
But I think interactive is also good. Maybe once a month, maybe a couple of months interactive. Maybe ask people asking questions. It'll be great if people can ask him questions.
How about, let me ask you a question like this. I have a question like this. How about if we run a campaign? We run a campaign through Anash, through WhatsApps, through Anash. If you feel you have, the Rebbe said, to open your eyes. If you have ideas, you've seen things, where you see Geula, send in a video, send in, and then we might find gems of gems, and we can put these stuff up. You know what I'm saying? You can reach out to particular individuals as well, but you can put it out there. You never know who's in the woodworks, who will share with us something really cool.
I would say
could be people who have already.
Dov Yona Korn is somebody to tap into in this regard.
No, like I'm saying, yeah, he's a good guy.
Dov Yona Korn.
But we have to figure out how do you want to do it. You want to have it just like Rav Zusha was saying, to put up a video of each time, 2 or 3 people talking in their tchum, how they see Mashiach. You want to have it more interactive. I mean, you can have that interactive every once in a while also.
But whatever it is, even if we do it, even if we do it not interactive, it has to have some level of professionality. Can be, really, really.
And maybe once a month, maybe just once a month.
I'm saying, but there should be some production to it. When the video comes on, it should have an intro. It should have it should look like something that there's something like some people put some thought into this and so many.
Yeah.
Usually for something like that, question episode but.
Not necessarily. Like you were saying, you were talking about you made
no, because if you're doing an intro, for instance, if you're doing an intro, how the aleph of is coming into Geula, let's say, it's like you see it and becoming Geula. If you do like a little intro like that, just a little thing, these things, if you want something good, you have to pay a couple of dollars.
Listen, we can start with this and see, again, let's just start.
Yeah, so I think as a beginning, we should bring two or three people on a live show. Would be nice with an interview, and that will set the stage. And then from there, we will advertise. If you have ideas, if you have things, share it. If you have people you think you should be interviewed, let's create an
interview, and then we have even like interactive question and answers, maybe. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Reuven, what you're saying is something like Al Derech Neros Lahayr. You're going to light one candle, the candles light 5 candles, and more people are going to come in, more people talk, and we light up the world with people seeing Geula and bringing their experiences.
Yes, I'm sure. Listen, every human being it has what to share and can give and can share where they once they have the ideas. I'm saying Chassidim and people have so many ideas that they just don't have
Everyone has it, right? Sila is you have to share it.
It's about creating a platform for it.
Right.
I think part of your intro maybe would be also, besides a visual intro that's exciting to watch, also some, not a whole sheer, not even pages, but maybe a sentence or a paragraph of this is the kind of something from Varmalchus, something from what the Rebbe said somewhere about this kind of a topic.
You know what I think? Let's take something like this. Someone like Tzvi Freeman, who has such an amazing cook and has a very, very, deep mind and so on. If he would be if he would run the program, let's say that the first time, and he would be the moderator, and he can share some thoughts himself, and then bring in, and we're having so and so, and he, I don't know if he interviews him or allows him to speak, and all he needs is two professionals, and the best of three. You do an hour program, you can have something very powerful.
That sounds good. Sounds like a good start. 100%.
It's Tzvi Freeman or Eliezer Gurkov, but I think
the only
Tzvi
problem
would be more...
is let's get a bunch of people, because not necessarily has the time to do it like on a constant basis, like every month. You understand? So get someone like
you want to start it.
Yeah, you can start someone like him, right? But
it would be
even
nice.
later.
It would be nice if we get it started, and then we roll this project over to some younger man who takes it and makes this thing. It doesn't need our attention the entire time. Someone likes this idea and he gets involved and he calls, and it's like it's a baby that we get rolling, and it starts moving on its own. It will probably take 3 months of our involvement, but then afterwards it can become a project of one of the fans who like this, and it goes exploring around. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't.
The idea is that you should have many programs and many people making many programs all over the world. This should take off, and then the whole world should be illuminated with a network of Geula B'Poel Mamish. See the Geula B'Poel Mamish under a banner of we're looking to see open Geula Dika.
Especially what you're watching today is you're watching most of the, I don't know, I think most of the Jewish world and most of the people walking around in such depression because there's so much negativity that's out there that people are only seeing. So if you create a positive channel like this, and a look that will lift people up to start to see, because there is darkness, and we just and we're faced with it. We can't help seeing it. But maybe if we introduce the light, there'll be less of this garbage going out.
Adar, but we should show the light in the darkness. There's a lot of light in the darkness itself.
Show the light coming from the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blineder, hopefully Tzvi will call me back. I'll throw it out to him.
Right.
I'll ask him what he thinks, if he's willing to get involved in this. And if he, let's say, wants to be the moderator, we'll get 2-3 professionals, and we'll get something going.
A good day to do this would be right in the beginning of Nisan. So L'Kavod Chodesh HaGeula, we have our first event.
Okay, let's hope he's calling me back, and I'll pick his brain.
Mendy Rubenfeld will have ideas probably of who, because he's been exploring this particular aspect for so many years. So we can ask Mendy who he thinks would be good, a good presenter on this. And Mendy himself would be a good resource for this particular thing. He's been following this for years. He's done so much. He's done so much research on connecting. He's spoken at the Chabad events. He's done so much at connecting Nevuos to all these breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Maybe each time can be like a topic. This week's topic or this month's topic is the light coming from the darkness. Another topic from the medical person can be talking about
Chodesh Iyar should definitely be medicine, because Ani Hashem Reifecha.
So
we can connect the things.
We're connecting the Geula to specific Hasidic ideas, and each presentation has its topic that we're speaking about. One Indian, another Indian. So the young people can connect. Oh yeah, I learned that when I was in yeshiva. This concept, and then we have people presenting how it's connected to Geula through their way that their eyes are open and they're seeing this aspect of Geula in medicine, this aspect of Geula in technology, etc., etc. how politics or the woke is actually bringing us to understand that Yisrael, whatever each one can have its own topic, that we're connecting it not just to somebody speaking, but we're bringing out a word, a concise word, so it doesn't feel like it's a shir, but we're illuminating a Hasidic topic and connecting it to Geula.
Okay, so Blineder, hopefully he's gonna get back to me, and I'm gonna try to explore it with him, and I will report.
Shkoyach.
Okay, that sounds a bit better, more exciting. I think.
Yeah. I think we're fleshing it out a little bit. We're giving it a little bit more chayis. But I think the Rebbe sagt, one of the explanations for us is Vayakil, Ibe gechazer, the ganze Sach noch einmal, right? So ein Platz steht, weil der Mensch ist sehr teuer, der Mischke ist sehr teuer. Another teurer aber gesehen, weil in Trumot Tetzave, that's what they planned it.
Als theoretisch.
Ja, Vayakil Pekude hat mich getan bei Pel Mamish.
Ja, Machshab in the word and then Maisa. Yeah.
It must have gotten the Eberster very excited that all the theories came down the Maisa. Stake geworden.
Taki gave it. Dr. Epstein, I say I have to repeat it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's the way to go.
Good.
Just takes a few short, we're gonna get there.
The Weile soll Taki sein, die Gule Befehl Mamish.
Amen. L'chaim.
Dr. Epstein has all the plans, and he also has the Vayakil Pekud. He's got to do it.
Amen.
So the Rebbe schon oft done. Call to Wien. Good seeing you.
That's not